Loving you. Well, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday to everybody out there. Good morning, good morning. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Hey, Miss Goody Two Shoes. Free Reese. Listen, I might be the only one that's not on the free train, but I will say wherever Angel goes, I support her. If she goes anywhere, if she decides she wants to leave or they trade her or however that works, I'm with it. I'm going to follow her wherever she goes. Same thing with Miller. I want them together. That's why, I'm not on the free thing because it's not likely they will go to the same team. So I'm still stuck on my skyscrapers stand together. But I'm not upset if they go to other teams, if that's what they want. So I've been talking about Camilla being perfect to go to the Aces, and Angel can go Minnesota, New York, Phoenix. Even probably, maybe even Dallas. I can see Camilla in Dallas too. Maybe with a different coach. But yeah, I want them to stay together. So I'm selfish in that way. I didn't believe it at first. But the Chicago media market is horrible. You mean just talking about the city of Chicago? Like how they promote the team, or what do you mean? Y'all know I'm up making my breakfast before work. What's going on, RC? How are you? Good morning. Y'all, my girl's on the background today. I'm in the middle. My light is right there, so the lighting is off. But my girl had a game yesterday. She's been in a slump. Oh, that's too much. Just a little bit. She's been in a slump this season, starting off, and she managed to have a breakout game yesterday. 17 points, 11 rebounds, 8 for 13, I believe. She was 61% from the field. She had, what did she have? 3 assists, 2 steals. She was all over the place yesterday. Ariel Atkins had 11 points. Camilla had 8. Like 3 other people had 8. Camilla, Kia Nurse, Mick had 8. Haley Van Lith had 5. Everybody scored yesterday except for Beck Allen, which is crazy, right? Because Beck started for the first time. Everybody's been saying Beck Allen needs to start. Beck Allen needs to start. He took Kia Nurse out of the starting lineup, put Beck Allen in there, and and she didn't score. But that's okay. That's okay. We got another game. We got 30 plus more of them things, so there'll be time. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. RC says huge difference. New York media market mostly has positive write-ups. Oh, you talking about the Chicago media, like their press people, like the articles and stuff. Yeah. Chicago writers don't like Chicago for some reason. I don't understand why, but yeah. RC says, Jay, I spoke very positive about Angel game yesterday, and all I got was negative comments from cornies. They mad for nothing. Why are they concerned, RC? That's my question. Are they bored because their girl not playing? What's the deal? Why are they here? Why are they there? That's the question. Ghost says, Bud, can you get your dogs out of my garden? I don't want their filth rubbing off on my tomatoes. Shut up, Ghost. And good morning. That's because Liberty are dope and this guy suck. Hold on. I bum my nose. Um, Chicago, like the Chicago Tribune, Chicago Sun Times. I've noticed both of those one of them you got to pay for to read the whole article, so I don't really be reading it. I catch snippets, but I don't know if it's they're just more critical because that's their team. But yeah, they do not be making us look good at all. They don't find the positivity out of anything that Chicago Sky does. That's for damn sure. Now I don't follow what they do for Chicago Bulls or the Bears because I don't follow them. But I hear from a lot of Chicago natives that Chicago publications just don't like Chicago teams at all. Like they literally drag them every chance they get, and it's not just Chicago Sky. It's all the Chicago teams. Oh, what are you talking about? Oh, did I say RC when I said the huge difference? New York media market mostly has positive write ups. That was Miss Goody Two Shoes. Yes, my bad. RC says I think they're in serious distress for just what you said. They need to be worried about the dream blew us out. Right. But RC, they're not fans of the team. They don't care about what the team does if she's not playing. Don't you get it? They're only concerned with her. So they don't care. They're probably dragging the team for losing that bad and clowning all the players saying they can't play without her. So that's probably what it is. But I mean, dang, it's gonna rain all week. Um, but they're trolls. They don't have anything else going for themselves. These are mostly grown men who don't have nothing else going on that they spend time in people's comments anytime Angel is mentioned at all. It's like they have their alerts on and they come running to say something negative. So it is what it is. Luckily, I got most of it kind of blocked where I don't get it anymore. Ghost says, why are Liberty reporters writing about Angel? Because whether people want to believe it or not, Angel is Angel is very what's the word I'm looking for? She's not this monster that people try to make her out to be. the chip on her shoulder, the attitude. They try to make her out to be very conceited, very, about self when others, most everybody else that I've heard that has had any kind of interaction with her has said the complete opposite. And Angel has a lot of fans in New York, and New York knows that. And I think the New York writers are just overall probably just better, better in tune to what's going on than some other ones. A lot of publications just want to write to get the clicks or get the views or get traction, whatever. And maybe these sports writers are just about let me just write a piece and be positive. Let me just not try to be salacious. That may be what they're doing, but I love it. I love it. I kind of thought Coco was the star of the night. She was too. She got that standing ovation from, I don't know if Barclays was sold out, but it was damn near sold out. She got that standing ovation at Barclays. Just, I mean, look, say what you want. There's some arenas, right, that you don't want to be in because it's filled with a lot of hate and a lot of disgruntled people. And there's some arenas that you go to that you're like, I like playing there because the crowd is electric, because it's fun, because they keep it about basketball. And I think New York is one of them. Even though I'm not a fan, I'm not really a fan of New York because of the whole Aces New York thing that had been going on for the past couple of years. Um, but they do come out. New York does come out for their team, and they do support. So I want to go to a game in New York. That was my plan to do this year, to go to a New York game because I really want to meet Ellie as well. But that might not be in the cards. Ghost says, Boog, do you think Ariel will catch a contract somewhere else? I mean, honestly, it depends on the season. Like, we're still very young in the season. If there's some promise of what Chicago can be, I'll be honest, I think the trust in Jeff in the front office is gone, at least for the public. I never really trusted him since the whole teaspoon thing. But I don't know how the players feel about it. I feel like he talks a lot, but he's not really, you know, he's not really returning anything that he's promising. You know what I'm saying? So I think if Chicago ends up doing well, like they start to improve and they see that something can happen, my worry is Jeff is like, oh yeah, we're going to get the pieces you need. Ariel, you stay here. Keep, depending on what team we see at the end of the season, if Angel, Camilla are still there. They have Ariel. Oh yeah, we're gonna build around you guys, and we're gonna get the right pieces in place, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna be, contending team. Like third strike, you're out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they really believe he will do that, and I think it all depends on that. If Ariel will stay, you know what I'm saying? If she feels like she's a part of something that is going somewhere, that the front office and everybody believes in them and invest in them, then she might stay. But if she feels like, man, this man's just blowing smoke up somebody, smoke, and he's all smoke and mirrors. I love Angel, but nah, I'm not staying. So I don't know. We'll see. J Spot, who's gonna lose first for the first time? Which team? Hey, get off my leg. That itches. Who's gonna lose for the first time? You know what? I was thinking, listen, they might stay undefeated till they play each other. And the first time they're gonna see each other, if is in the Commissioner's Cup. If both of them stay, win or whatever, stay number one, they'll see each other in the Commissioner's Cup. Wait a minute. Is Minnesota part of the East? Minnesota's not part of the East. Minnesota's part of the West. Yeah, so they'll see each other in the Commissioner's Cup. And I think New York might win that. But I don't know. I don't see, like, Minnesota and New York are playing such good basketball. Even though Minnesota is a little bit more like close, like they've had some close calls where they could have lost the game a couple of times. New York has never been in danger of losing a game. If anybody loses, I think it might be Minnesota, but I think they're going to be undefeated until they see each other for real, for real. I'm not even going to count Commissioner's Cup, but for real, when they play each other in for the regular season in July, I think, and I think New York might win that. Ghost says, I mean, I write about Angel every day, but I'm hella heterosexual, so that don't count. Miss Goody Two Shoes says, of all the articles in the New York media, I'm sorry, all of the articles in New York media have been positive. Chicago media kind of negative. Yeah. Um, RC says 17, 11, 4, and 2, hell of a stat line. And six, let's not forget, because people like to come for her field goal percentage. 61% from the field. Let's not forget that. 61% from the field, 8 for 13 on her field goals, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. I mean, two steals. My girl was cooking yesterday. That was the fire and desire. Those of you that were watching me yesterday when I was talking about last year how it was kind of fun to watch Chicago because they played with so much heart. Like, it didn't matter if they were losing. Because they played with so much heart, you felt like they might pull out the win. And yesterday was the first time I felt that. Like, even though I knew we were not going to beat New York. But let me just say, we didn't lose by 50. We actually lost by less than what we lost to them the first time we played them. So that's an improvement. But it just felt different. Angel is the battery. Angel is the battery of the Chicago Sky. She just is. If she's on, if she's lit, if she's motivated, you know what I'm saying, if she's hyped up, the team is hyped up. They feed off that. They feel that. You know what I'm saying? She's been saying that since the beginning. They feed off my energy. She is the Chicago Sky's spark and battery pack. So when she is feeling it, when she's she has that energy, it's contagious, and it starts to spread around to everybody else. And I think that's what feels different because there's a fight. Last season, as I was telling Summer this morning, last season, it was, Kennedy. There was no give up in Kennedy. Angel, no give up in Angel. Camilla, when she came back after an Olympic break, she was playing much better. There was no give up in Camilla. As far as like they didn't feel defeated, it didn't feel heavy. It's been heavy watching Chicago so far. And although we had some bright spots like in Dallas and stuff like that, this is the first game, even though this is the first game that they lost, that it didn't feel like bad. It felt almost like we could have won when we were nowhere near winning. The second probably game to that is like when they played Phoenix. Because we were playing so well. We were up by 16 points, and then we just lost it at the end. That was kind of deflating. But the game in New York kind of made me feel very reminiscent of the way last year went. So very happy that that happened. Liberty getting Commissioner's Cup again. Got to catch a flight. Peace, Boog, and Chad. I'm the captain now. Oh, my goodness. Have a safe flight, Ghost. Thank you for tapping in this morning. RC says Chicago needs to let Angel Reese run wild and free to her delight. What else do they have to lose? I like to see more Maddie Westbeld as well. Marsh has too too many ineffective players playing too much. Yeah, Maddie came in. I think she gave us 4 points. I would like to see Maddie a little bit more too. They just need to get cohesive. They need to figure out, like, they gotta just figure out what, I don't want to say what their identity is, but with Sloop being gone, you got Rachel running the point sometimes, you got HBL running the point sometimes, you got Angel running the point sometimes, and we gotta figure a lot of that stuff out. We got to figure out who does what well, and how do we get the best out of them when each of them are running a point. What plays benefit them as the people that are running up the ball. But yeah, yesterday Angel got Camilla activated. Then Camilla went and scored 2 or 3 straight buckets, I think, after that in the third quarter. Y'all, side note, my hash browns be hitting. They're so good. I made them a little bit more crunchier than I normally do. But it's all good because I mix them with my eggs anyway. I know some people don't like their food touching, but I'm a mixer. Everything is mixed in together. The way I feel. Some people think Nurse is washed. I think she's still serviceable, but she needs to help a contender the same. Wait, she needs to help a contender? Oh, I see what you're saying. The same Rebecca Allen, who ironically didn't do anything yesterday but practice cardio. Yeah, that was crazy, right? She gets to start and line up and she don't score nothing. And they didn't have a great start. They were 0-10 to start the game. I think they were 0-10 or something like that. 0-12, or it was bad. It was bad in the beginning for sure. What you doing, boy? But you're saying they need to you're saying Kia Nurse and Rebecca Allen. Sorry, y'all. I still got stuff going on here. Kia Nurse and Rebecca Allen need to go to a team that is already solidified, and they're just the supplemental pieces that can help that team take it to the next level. But they're not good at taking a team that is literally starting at the bottom and building from there. Is that what you're saying? Let me move over here when the light is not everywhere. Hey, Eagles Brothers. Good morning. Happy Tuesday or Wednesday. Hope all is well. RC says Brianna Jones was never did a good job with Connecticut. Brianna Jones never was good with Connecticut, but she is balling with ATL. Yeah, she had 21 points or something like that. Alicia Gray had 23. Ryan Howard only had like 4 points or something crazy like that. I didn't watch the game because I was at work. I didn't see Chicago's game until I got home. I saw bits and pieces of it, but I didn't get to see the whole game. But I didn't watch. I wasn't gonna watch Atlanta, Indiana anyway. But I saw the box score. Looks like Alicia went off. Ooh, that tea is good. Way up there. Let me see. Eagles brother says, I think this team just doesn't believe in this coaching staff anymore. It's clearly showing on the floor. It's possible that they don't. I mean, Angel said in the presser that they need to give Tyler grace. He's a rookie coach. And their troubles that they're having has nothing to do with the coaching staff. It has everything to do with them. She said the same thing last year about Teaspoon. So, I mean, take that for what you want. She said it ain't the coaching staff, it's them. But I think as much as she wants to take responsibility, you know, her and the players, they also have to give themselves some kind of grace too, because it's not easy learning a new system, especially if it feels like it's not gelling and it's not working, and you got to be a certain type of player in order for that to work. And if you're not performing at the level that you need to perform at in order to make those plays work, then, you know, that kind of sucks too. But I don't think she should take the blame as a player. You know what I'm saying? I'm still waiting it out. I still think change can happen. I still think that they can be successful down the line once everything works itself out. That's just me being optimistic, I think. But there's enough blame to go around. So I won't put it all on Tyler, and I'm not going to put it all on the players. That's just me, though. Everybody's blaming Tyler, and that's fine. I don't know enough about coaching to be like 100% sure that that's what it is. I can only go off of what they say. And Angel said it ain't the coaching staff. RC says right. Okay, Rebecca Allen Kid Nurse can be a little solid pieces on maybe a contender or contending team. You can't expect Allen or Nurse to elevate the Chicago Sky brand new level. That's all. Yeah, I get what you're saying. They're not cornerstone pieces that you can build on. They're just part of, like, they're supplemental. They can come in and give you a hot 16 and go. They not the leading, you know, artist. They're not the leading rapper. They're not gonna do nothing in a battle rap, right? You can't build your record label around them, but they can give you a hot 16 every once in a while. That's what you mean. Hey CJ, what's going on? Good morning. Hey Troy. I'm glad Ariel Atkins stepped up last night and shut the media down, having my favorite player in tears, disrespectful. Hope this light a fire in the sky. They got the dream on Friday and Sunday, the sun on Sunday. Yep. We need a win. We need a win bad. I would love to have two, but we need a win real bad. We need one. And I love that Ariel spoke up. She knows what's been going on behind closed doors, and they see what's happening. And I love that she spoke up. I love that Angel said that, you know, Camilla wasn't having the best game, and she went to her and told her, you know, how many bad games that have I had, or how many bad days have I had, and you've been there for me, and you helped pick me up. We got you. Like, you can do it. Don't let this get you down. I love that they have that. And Angel says, like, this team really does love each other. that they have each other's back. I mean, I'm not there, so I don't know how necessarily true that is. We, us fans, we go off of like eye tests and stuff. So I don't really know. Hopefully that starts to shine through on the court. But yeah, I go off her word. If she says this team loves each other and they have each other's back and they hold each other accountable without pointing fingers, and I think that kind of made me think a little bit if they were having those issues in the locker room last season, because she kept saying we don't point fingers. We do say like, hey, you need, we look at each other and say what we need to do to be better. We're not pointing a finger at other people. And I wonder if that was some things that were happening in the locker room last season. Maybe it was a lot of finger pointing going on and blame being pointed around about why they weren't winning last season. And maybe this season it just feels better because, she feels like she has a support system this season that she didn't have last season with the vets or the players that they had on the team. So I was glad to see that. I never like to see Angel cry. I never liked that, but also I think it's good because you got to release it. Like, I know she probably goes home and does this, but you can't be hard all the time. I know she wants to, put up that wall like Ariel said, so people don't see her sweat and don't see her break down. But it ain't easy. Every single day, somebody is talking about Angel in a negative way. Every single day. And not just on social media. I was just reading something that Skip Bayless, of all people, was talking about Angel. Why are you talking about Angel? What is it, a slow news day that you got to talk about Angel? And I think something about some kids not coming to watch her play or something weird like that. Like, why is she the topic of discussion? There was another podcast, I don't know who they were, some basketball guys that were watching her lowlights. Like, what's the purpose of that? Like, why is that something that y'all do? Like, why is she the national punching bag? And why do you think, A, that's okay, and B, why do you think that she can take that? She can take that on. She's 23 years old. 23. She's a kid, 23 years old. You're 50, 60 years old, or you may even be in your 20s as well, sitting here beating up on this young lady. For what? For what? You're not a Sky fan, so you can't be mad about what she's doing on the floor. Indiana has beaten her twice this season, beat them, 3 times last season. You can't be mad about that. They won. Who cares? Y'all are still mad about something that happened almost 3 years ago, to the point that y'all still harassing this girl, because now at this point it's just a fun thing to do for everybody. Because it's going to get you clicks, it's going to get you views, it's going to get you attention. But Jesus, leave this girl alone. And then when she does show that she's breaking down a little bit and she's vulnerable, whatever that is, then y'all make fun of her. She can't win. I mean, people need to speak up every single game. Natasha Cloud did it on Unrivaled. Flage and HBL did it in college. Camilla, in her own little way, did it on her live. This is crazy. It's crazy. They don't do that to nobody else. Let me see. I'm trying to read some directions. I ain't got my glasses on. Okay. Nothing like nothing. Troy says, well, at least the Fever and Sky fans got one thing in common. They want coaches fired. Wait, this season? What's the lady? They want Stephanie White fired? No way. I know they don't want Stephanie White fired. Are we talking about last year with Christy Sides? RC says, J Spot, how about them Golden State Valkyries? They hooping. They like what expansion? Yeah, I mean, people were coming for Natalie because they felt like they didn't like the lineup that she kept. They didn't like the way that they drafted. They didn't like the way that they did the expansion draft. They didn't like who they cut. They didn't like none of that stuff. And lo and behold, Natalie is out here showing like, y'all gave all these men all these jobs, you know what I'm saying? And the one bright spot of everything, even though their record don't really show it, to be honest, their record, what is that? What is that in there? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's syrup. Okay. But Natalie is doing a thing. She's showing them that, you know, y'all didn't have high hopes for me. But check me out. The Valks are very competitive. Valks is one of those teams, and just like Washington, their record don't show it, but you don't know what you're going to get when you play them. You might blow them out, or they might steal the win. Like, you can't sleep on them. Plus, the Valks resign a couple of players they let go before the regular season. Edward T. Hey, Edward. Edward says, Marsh. Hold on. I just took a bite. Marsh doesn't have them competing. That's the biggest issue. Every loss was in high double digits, and he's the coach, so he gets the blame. They don't play defense either, which is crazy to me. I don't understand that. These players know how to defend. I don't understand why they're not doing it. Very confusing to me. Troy says, I believe there's some jealousy in that locker room because before the Olympic break, they were 10-14, 7 seed. Then they went 3-13 afterwards. They also had a bunch of injuries, too, right after that. Troy says Skip Bayless needs to worry about why he was trying to play $1.5 million for some meow. For some meow wow. Plus the attendance last night was 16,081. Oh my goodness. Troy says every time these Clarkies talk about Angels me bounds, I tell them what flavor turnovers Caitlin making tonight. RC says those black brothers and sisters out there tearing down Angel Reese film footage and all that extra mess. I don't give them people my time, energy, or eyeballs. Is what they do for clicks and views. Hey, Jonathan. Troy says, yes, they do want Stephanie White fired after they lost the Dream game. After they lost to the Dream, yes, they are calling for her to be fired. She's getting a size treatment. That's crazy. That's crazy. Eagles brother says, with Camilla out at least 2 weeks for the Brazilian team, can Chicago pick up a hardship contract upon her absence? So Camilla is not going to be out. Like Camilla's that what do you call it? Tournament that she's going to be in coincides with I think the All-Star break that they're going to have. So that whole week she's gone, they're not playing games. She will miss a couple before she leaves probably, and maybe 1 or 2 before she comes back. I'm thinking like it just depends on travel and how, if she wants to rest or whatever, however that works. She might miss like 4 games. So no, they won't get a hardship contract on that. But the bulk of their tournament is during the All-Star break. RC says holding Caitlin Clark's accountable is dope, Troy. And that's the discussion most Clarkleys don't want to have. They want people to kiss her butt. I'm a fan, yes, but I refuse to gloss over CC's weaknesses. Jonathan said Natalie had them hooping and has been prepared every game. Yep. Hey, Perspective, what's going on? Perspective says you saw our girl out there shooting that thing. Yep. I want her to shoot. I keep saying, like, telepathically to Angel, shoot it. Just shoot it. You practice it so much. Just shoot it. Shoot it. What do we have to lose? We losing already. Just shoot it. They gonna talk about your field goal percentage no matter what. Shoot it. Shoot it until it's buckets. That's what I say. Shoot it till you get some buckets. And it's gonna start falling for sure. What does it say? You gotta go outside. But yeah, she shot that thing. She shot 3 threes, I think. She only made 1, but she shot it. She shot a midi, made it. Like, keep shooting, Angel. She got it. RC says, man, these people ain't gonna be happy unless Lisa Bluder takes over the Indiana Fever. That's crazy for Stephanie White. Like, I ain't no Indiana fan. But Stephanie White ain't no, like, you know, she ain't no scrub coach. So that's so crazy that people are calling for her job. It's crazy when people call for these coaches' jobs, period. Like, poor Dallas. The poor Dallas coach, he can't catch a break. Dallas, Chicago, now Indiana. Everybody be dying for the coach to get fired. I'll put that. She was letting it fly, is what Perspective says. Troy says they can get one because Sloot is out for the season. Camilla going into the tournament unknown when Jefferson coming back. There's a bylaw they can release a non-guaranteed. They can release a non-guaranteed, yes. They can't get a hardship contract because Sloot is out. Because we don't know how long Mariah Jefferson is out. Mariah is like day to day. So until they say she's out for at least 3 weeks, we can't get a hardship contract. Now, I don't know about the Camilla thing. It depends on how long she's out. But like I said, she's out. Excuse me. She's out during the All-Star break. So she's not really missing that many games. So I don't think they can get any of the players unless they trade or they they drop somebody. Real money. Hey, what's going on? What you got for me today? What you got to say? Let's see what Real Money got to say today. She is not getting no sides treatment. We've been struggling with the foul baiting dream every game. CC might break the Liberty streak. What's the Liberty streak? What are you talking about? Jonathan says Angel needs to block out the hating noise and listen to her fans. It will build her confidence. That's the thing. You can't pick and choose what you see on the internet. It's very hard to do that. If she's looking at her comments, trying to find the love, she's also going to find those trolls because they have alerts on. As soon as she says or does anything, or anybody says or does anything about her, they come running to the comments like it's lunchtime. So it's hard for her to do that, but I'm sure she knows she's loved. Like she said, she hasn't had one negative interaction with anybody that she's met in person. And that includes the people that were talking noise about her on their podcast, on their telecast, on their sports show. Every single person that has had something bad to say about Angel on the outside, when they meet her, it's a different story. When they're trying to shake her hand and say hello to her, it's all smiles. It's a different story. It's never anything negative. So that's what she says she goes off of. So hopefully she does. Real money. Can y'all stop being Lulu about AR skill set, please? She's a role player. Hey, real money. I don't know if you know this. I think you do, but this is an Angel Reese Stan account. We love on Angel Reese over here. So that's your opinion, but that's it. We're not gonna talk no more about that because she's not a role player. That's your opinion. That's great, but no, we're not doing that over here. We're not, no negative talk about Angel over here. Hopefully she keeps this up for the rest of the season. Last year, she tricked us. She'll shoot it and then stop. So hopefully she does. She doesn't do that this year. Let it fly, Angel. Yeah, let it fly, girl. Let's go. You are who you think you are. You just need to do it. As the famous Don Staley said, shoot that blankety blank. And what did Camilla do? She shot that blankety blank and she got that 3-pointer. They won that game. The first 3-pointer she made in her freaking career. I'm driving, so I have to hop out. But if you're still live when I get to my destination, I'll be back. But I already hit the like button. Thank you so much. I'm about to get off too because I got to eat my breakfast and then get ready for work. But I appreciate you, Perspective. Troy said, hopefully when they get the new CBA, when the player goes down, they can sign a player, no questions asked. This is terrible how the CBA is about hardship. Yeah, they need to, expand the roster so they don't even have to worry about that. But yeah, they need to put some kind of clause in that would allow them to get a hardship player before it's too damn late. Like you got to wait until you're 2 players down or you're under 10 for you to get some hardship. Or you can just expand the roster to 15, and if we lose a couple of people, we still got a good amount of people that we can play with. But they don't want to do that. So we'll see what the CBA does. Did you hear Real Money? Did you hear AR say she's never had a bad experience in person ever? Yeah, Real Money. I did. Are you asking me that? Or are you saying that you don't believe that happened? Troy Hall says, I believe that I thought about this last night. Don't be surprised if Caitlin Clark doesn't re-sign with the Fever because I'm thinking she's going to Phoenix or Seattle. Maybe Reese going to New York after her rookie deal. You talking about after rookie, you think Caitlin's going to leave Indiana? Interesting. I never thought about that. Real Money says, you know I love her too. Okay then. Sometimes you be coming in here hot, Real Money. So I got to check the folks. I got to let the people know up front what we here for. But thank you. RC says, I see now why y'all want Boston gone from Indy. She had one bad game and all them people want her sent to Mount Alcatraz. Perspective says, I knew Real Money was Angel Reese fan. It finally comes out. Pause. Jonathan says, I know you'll disagree with me on this, but Angel needs to be traded to the Liberty, Mystics, Dream, or Aces. She needs to be around vets that will make her better in Chicago, ain't it? I talked about that a little bit yesterday. I don't think I talked about the trade, but, I've come to terms with the fact that Angel and Camilla might be going to different teams. As much as I want them together, it might be the fact they just can't thrive there. It's not that they can't thrive together, it's that they can't thrive there unless some big changes are made. But I would love to see Camilla in with the Aces. They need a center so bad, and one that's effective, one that can actually draw defense and help Angel. I don't think she's a better defender than Kia, but she can definitely score. And she can definitely draw defenses. And she's not a liability. So it allows Asia to do what Asia needs to do. I think she'd be perfect in she'd be perfect in what am I trying to say? Vegas. Camilla can also be perfect in Minnesota. They don't have a big in Minnesota. She can also work out in Dallas. The possibilities are endless. Angel, I would love for Angel to go to, she can go to New York. Like you said, she can go to Minnesota. She can go to Phoenix. Like, I think the possibilities of them on other teams is endless, and I think they can be successful wherever they go. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy to see a WNBA where Caitlin is not on Indiana, Angel and Camilla are not on Chicago. That's gonna be wild. Eagles brother says Caitlin is not going to Seattle. Everyone, welcome real money to the family. Welcome real money to the family. He's almost a Reese. I might have to send you a Reese cup hat. RC says she better go train with Courtney Williams, Sabrina Ionescu, Kelsey Plum, and Sasha Cloud in the offseason, but she won't. Cece comes off to me as arrogant and self-absorbed sometimes. I'm just saying. Not the Clarky calling Cece arrogant and self-absorbed. What? Fun fact, did y'all know the Connecticut Sun was the Orlando Miracle? I did know that. Hey, Adrian, what's going on? Adrian says, are they really talking about trading Angel or Camilla? I don't know if they're talking about it, but the reality is Angel and Camilla are their most valuable assets. So if you're trying to trade to get anybody, like a point guard, who can you trade for? Don't know. I mean, I don't want to be, I'm not being rude, but don't nobody want nobody else on that Chicago team. Maybe Ariel, but why would you trade Ariel after you just got her? So as much as I don't want to see it, and I'm sure, I don't know what the probability of that is, but if you want something, you got to give something. And Angel and Camilla are, that's your bargaining chip. So it's possible one of them can be traded. Because if I'm the Aces, I'm saying, I don't want nobody else on your team but Camilla. I'll take Angel, but they already have like Asia. They can use Angel's rebounding for sure. And Angel can grow under Asia, but they need a 5 now. They need somebody that is offensively that can get you more than 0.2 points average in a game. She's averaging like 8 or 9 points, something like that. They're gonna want Camilla. If you're Minnesota, you're trying to trade with Minnesota, they want Angel or Camilla. New York is gonna want Angel. You know what I'm saying? Dallas is gonna want Camilla or Angel. Like any team you think of, if they're trying to trade, what are they gonna do with everybody else? And they're on a rookie contract, so they're the money, the cap space, they have it because they're taking on their rookie contract, which is peanuts. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, that's what it is. I don't know if they're really considering that, but that's where the bargaining chips are. Jonathan says, I feel like Pagliocca, I don't know if this is how you say his name or not, doesn't care about making a winning team and only using Angel for high profit jersey sales. Other than that, Jeff really didn't care for Angel like that. Miller deserves better too. That's always tricky because I don't know if he doesn't want her. Because if he doesn't want her, he wouldn't have her. But I don't understand you as a GM not wanting a winning team. That don't make sense to me. Your job literally is to make the team successful. So if you're not doing that, then you probably need to go. RC says, J Spot, Chicago teams are type weird. To thrive in Chicago, a player has to have unquenchable thirst to succeed and win. These Chicago teams are about making money, not fielding winners out there. Troy said, the reason I said Phoenix and Seattle is because they play a fast, up-tempo pace where she likes to shoot logo threes because Sky and Fever like the half-court game. Oh, my breakfast thing got cold. RC says, Jay, I will say what most Caitlyn fans will shake in their boots to say, especially most Caitlyn black male fans and stands. They're scared to see their numbers and views crash down by truth speaking. And that's why I like you, RC. You're real. You keep it real. Troy said we missed out picking up Sims and Cook formerly from the Sparks, but we didn't pursue it. I don't think we didn't pursue it. I think we got to understand that people don't want to play in Chicago. So I don't know if we didn't pursue it or they did pursue it and they were like, nah. The reason we can't get free agents to Chicago had nothing to do with Teaspoon, had nothing to do with the team of players. It has everything to do with their front office. And people talk. And the front office has been a wreck for years and years. There's a reason why Kai has said that. There's a reason why Gabby has said that. Is a reason why although Sloot decided to come back. I think she already knew Allie was going to retire. I think she wanted to come back to Chicago to retire because that's where she started. Courtney Williams don't want to come back to Chicago. Like, you got to think about that. These players, and then they have friends around the league. They talk. They hear. And this other player's like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. RC says, J Spot, listen, I'm not going to say no names, but one creator talks about Caitlyn like she walks on water right next to Jesus. I think I probably know who you're talking about. Becky Hammond is getting exposed. Should Jewel Lloyd go to the bench, J Spot, really quickly? Should Jewel go to the bench for who? Who's going to take Jewel's spot? I don't know if we have anybody, like, I'm trying to think, for Tiffany Mitchell? Do you start Aaliyah Nye? Is that who are you thinking? CJ said, what's up, Mama G? Ain't no fun for a real gangster if he can't holler at a fine dame like you. What's going on, CJ? All right, y'all. It's about my time. I got to finish my breakfast and then get ready for work. But this is fun. This is fun getting up, talking to y'all for a little bit. I will be live. If I'm not mistaken, I will be live Thursday night. Thursday night, we're going to review the week. Come kick it with me, guys. There's 13 people in here. I should have at least 13 likes. Now it's 11 because y'all jumping off fast. Give me the likes on your way out. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Come check out, come kick it with me on Thursday. Thursday as in tomorrow night. I'll be live going over the week in the WNBA. We're going to talk about all the games. We're going to talk about news around the dub. I still ain't seen no good fashions. Like, the fashions ain't fashioning for me. I got to get my graphics together for the rookies. If I have time, we'll do the rookie watch. But thank y'all for hanging with me. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night or good morning or good day. RC says Nye or Tiff, Jewel ain't giving nothing. Peace out. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see if Becky changes up the lineup. I think they play today. If I'm not mistaken, they play tonight. So that's all I have. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see y'all tomorrow night. All right. Peace out.